Okay, today our test is DJI D4 Duo shotgun microphone, miniature shotgun microphone, plugged directly into the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro camera, and we're going on Loki's walk. Oh, and this camera this time, instead of on the chest mount, is on my backpack strap mount, shoulder strap mount. So let's see how this goes. Come on, buddy. Gotta keep adjusting. If I have to keep adjusting, this won't work. But it's not always going to be on a backpack, chest mount, or helmet mount. I'll be carrying it a lot of times, so I can see what's going on. And I need to see if I can use a splitter in the USB-C port of the Osmo Action 5 to listen, to monitor my voice levels and everything while recording, which you can do in most situations that have the USB-C, but not all. Not all USB-Cs are created equal. So this is our second test. This is the test I promised from yesterday, that I would try an external microphone rather than rely on the internal microphone of the action camera. Even though after editing, the minimal editing I did, I really just posted what I had shot right onto YouTube with very little editing. No editing to the video quality or sound quality at all. I didn't touch that. So I was shocked. Uh-oh, Loki has a limp. What'd you do? What's wrong with your foot? Did you step on something? Oh my goodness. Hang on. I don't know what's going on with him. He wasn't able to complete his walk yesterday. Let's go over here and use the bathroom and we'll go back home. We can't be walking around with a limp. So today we won't complete our walk again. He had problems yesterday. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he didn't want to go on his complete walk. It's the third time he's done that. See how far we can get. He may have just stepped on one of those pointy things that come out of the tree, look like gigantic COVIDs. I'll show you one if I find it. Or a sticker from one of these pine cones. These pine cones have stickers as well. Well, we don't watch that. We don't want to watch that, buddy. I gotta keep adjusting this. This is not gonna work if I have to keep doing that. The shoulder mount isn't tightened up as not much. You really have to crank it down, and I don't like to have to crank something down that hard. That means it'll eventually loosen up and won't work anyway. All right, let's see how far we can get. You tell me when you want to come home, okay? You always do. Okay, we got to get across the street. There's cars coming. Want to go a different direction today? Want to go down to the pond? Want to go this way this time? Huh? Want to go this way? See if you can make it down to the pond. It's about the same distance as the playground, which is our usual walk when we do it in the neighborhood. Loki wants to welcome you to our show, to our new video, and to our channel. And he says, please like and comment and subscribe and watch the entire video, because that's what helps us get a higher priority on the algorithm. As if we get a history of people watching the videos all the way through, commenting and liking. Of course, we always want your subscriptions. We want you to subscribe and be part of the family and regulars watching. If you subscribe, you'll get all the latest. You know how it works. You know how YouTube works. I don't need to repeat all that. What'd you find, buddy? What'd you find? Anything good? Oh, one of your friends walked by here and marked the area. I guess this is the way they say hi when they're not close enough to sniff each other's butt. Although I've never seen Loki do that. He'll sniff the dogs, but he doesn't, do the typical thing. Oh, we don't want to watch that. All right, we're going to have to clean up a mess, so I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Okay. He did his business, and we picked it up. Woohoo! We always pick up after him. I think there's only one time I forgot the bags, or didn't realize that his little containers were empty. Now I carry 2 containers, but that doesn't mean it won't happen again. But all I did was get a bunch of leaves, pick it up and take it up near a fence in the dirt, so nobody would step on it. That's one thing I really get irritated about, is we're on a dog path. There's signs everywhere that says pick up after your dog. And of course there's leash laws, so you have to have your dog on a leash anyway. Anything happens and your dog's not on a leash, it's your fault. But anyway, like I said, that was one of my pet peeves. You may have seen my other video where I said, anytime I see it, the leash I'm not going to bother with too much unless the dog tries to approach and the owner can't control him. Because this dog, he's a squirrel. This dog is too powerful. He's incredibly powerful. Oh, he's a squirrel. You see a squirrel, buddy? What's he doing? I can't. Oh, he's way up there. I don't think I can point the camera up there. Okay, let's continue our walk. Hey, focus. Go on, continue your walk. Come on. And back to what I was saying. The dropping of the dogs doing their business on the walking trail, and their rude, inconsiderate, disgusting humans not picking up after them, and you end up stepping in it. Not only that, if you're that careless, you probably don't take care of your dogs very well, and they're spreading parasites and disease in their poop, and I don't want my dog exposed to that. He's gone parasite free. No heartworms, no intestinal worms, No illnesses, nothing in all these years. I'm very careful with him and keep him close by. And we don't, for example, we don't go to dog parks. I would love to take him into a dog park. I think I took him one time when I was, maybe twice, when I was over the road trucking. And he loves it, but I won't take him in there because there's just too much fecal matter laying around and God knows what else that spread diseases in dogs. Of course, heartworms are mosquitoes, so we're usually very careful about what time of day we go for our walks, because now, springtime, things starting to heat up, lots of rain, mosquitoes are going to be coming out. But I'm thinking about experimenting with tucking some, what do you call those, bounce fabric softener sheets inside his collar or something to see if that keeps the mosquitoes away, because they say it does. I've never tried it, but I'm willing to try anything. But he takes meds, preventative medication for heartworm medicine, and we keep him up to date, so chances are, well, he's made it this far without a problem, so fingers crossed. You'll never have an issue with it. A lot going on out here. I don't know what you can hear. Oh, the microphone is covered by my hoodie. Yeah, it's a little chilly this morning. So I untucked the microphone. I do have a dead cat on it. Loki loves that phrase, dead cat. Nah, he's really not bad. But I have a dead cat, in other words, a windsock, wind filter, whatever you want to call it, on the microphone, but luckily it's not windy at all today. So I don't know how much background noise you can hear, cars driving by, especially with that extra filter on it. I've got some things coming in from Amazon, ND filters, so I can manually adjust all the light exposure settings, speed settings on the camera itself, rather than have it doing it automatically. Because then we can keep it at the cinematographic, whatever, standard of 180. So you don't get that jerky effect when the camera's moving around or light changes. That's all coming in, I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, Friday. So we won't be able to experiment with those until Saturday. Oh, and here we are at the pond. What are you doing, buddy? It's just a collection area they built up before the runoff goes on and filters down into the next creek lower altitude. Because once you're past this, it does go downhill, and then there's more housing area that could be interrupted by too much water flow. So it's not a dam, but it controls the flow of water through here. Some people come and fish in here. I don't know what's in here, but they fish in it. It must be something, probably mostly small Probably just practicing catch and release. Oh my goodness, the allergies are kicking in. Ah, got the sniffles. Oh, you want to cut through? You want to cut through over there? Okay. We'll go back out to the street and we'll head home. Another issue this time of year, ticks. So I'm really careful about just how much growth we try to walk through. Because we always get ticks in the house every year from him brushing up against too many trees and bushes. We'll find one or two. I think maybe 3 or 4 is the most I've ever found in any one season. So we're pretty good with that too. He's not a hunting dog, so I can take a lot more care of him not being exposed to things that can spread disease or harm him in any way. Come on, buddy. No, Loki's an inside dog, and he thinks he's a lap dog. 110 pounds, lap dog. That's what he thinks. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy, but don't look at him wrong. Don't look at the rest of the family wrong. He's definitely gone into his instinctive protective mode a couple of times. Some guy stopped close to my daughter and started talking to her. No reason. He just, I don't know what he was up to, but Loki got in between the car and my daughter and gave that guy hell. So he skedaddled. He was basically up to no good. Maybe not harm, but he was up to no good. My daughter doesn't put up with that kind of crap anyway. Random people off the street, you don't have a single chance. Not a chance. Don't even try. All right, well, we're not going to just shoot all this footage all the way back to the house, but because this is just really an experiment with different equipment. We'll see how it goes. Hope you join us for our next adventure, Loki and me, on Exit 61. And we're out.